There are some celebrities that you know you're just going to get great interviews with, and they'll give you really good cover lines, they'll be quite controversial.
I think when people are being interviewed, they always see the word journalist and they think, oh, I mustn't tell them anything. It's as though they think they're almost being interviewed by the police.
Even the most famous, richest celebrities are still people, and they still have issues and anecdotes just like everybody else.
You've got people like Simon Cowell, who really knows how to work the media, and he knows that you need good killer headlines, so he's prepared to give them to you.
My number one tip for making celebs open up to you is to tell them a funny or embarrassing story about yourself, because once you've told them a story about you pulling your pants, they're more likely to tell one about them pulling their pants.
The way to make people open up to you is just to ask an original question, I think. And if you are asking an unoriginal question, ask it in a different way.
I think you'll get much more out of people if you're prepared to listen to them blather on about something they're really passionate about, if it means that you get another 2 or 3 really great lines out of them.
If you say, oh, you know, I'm not quite sure, I'm quite new, I don't know what question to ask next, they often start to think, oh, they're not going to do any expose on me, ha ha.
To get a good, in-depth and emotional interview, you definitely have to be passionate, try and empathise with the person you're interviewing.
Obviously the best way to get information from somebody is to make them feel comfortable. Really listen to them, so maybe when they say something back to them that they've just told you.
Use mirroring body language.
The pace of your nod needs to be at the kind of pace that they're speaking at. So if they're telling you some major tragedy, you need to slow it down slightly. If it's quite funny, you speed it up, but never go too quickly, because that looks like, oh yeah, I'm really bored.
Give them lots and lots of booze.
Just engage in a natural conversation and it will lead into a far more interesting interview.
We were on a cover shoot recently with a celebrity. We went out, bought many bottles of champagne and played a game of downsies with her.
You can go and interview U2 and dislike U2, and you'll leave wearing a U2 t-shirt going, U2 are amazing. Those 4 men smelt of money. I don't know what money smells like, but it smells like U2.
One of the members of Atomic Kitten, Jenny Frost, was so rude. It was like being bullied at school. Every time I asked a question, she was stony-faced and just said, I think you should move on.
The worst people I've interviewed are people who are just there to push a press release or a product. They've been told by their management that they will only talk about these 3 things and you can't ask them about anything else. Quite frankly, I would rather stick pins in my eyes than have to do that all over again.
Yeah, I remember I was in an interview with George Lucas, director of Star Wars, and he actually said that, yeah, Star Wars isn't my life. And the moment he said that, I thought, that's a pull quote.